The gentleman from California, Mr. Sherman.
Thank you. We've got a lot of people. Well, thank you. We've got folks who bought derivatives last year, and they didn't just look at the capital that was available by the issuer. They said, well, this issuer is too big to fail now, maybe not. Too interconnected to fail, maybe not. Too well connected to fail. And these derivative purchasers correctly realized that the taxpayer would bail them out as it has. Today, derivatives are being sold. And the buyers of those derivatives are looking at their counterparty, and they're saying, well, there may not be enough capital there, but one additional source of capital is there may be more bailout. Can you correct that misconception and make a clear statement now that derivatives that are sold today are not going to be the subject of bailouts for either the issuer or the purchaser, that capitalism is back?
Congressman, I think I understand your concern, and I believe I share its fundamental premise, that if we are going to be successful in creating a more stable system, we have to make sure that we address and reduce the moral hazard risk produced by the interventions in this crisis.
Mr. Secretary, even before we create a new system, I'm talking about today, literally today. Can you tell people who are buying derivatives today that they can't look to the taxpayer for any kind of bailout should the issuing party be unable to?
Again, Congressman, let me just start with your premise. A principal source of losses to the core of the financial system came from institutions like the monolines that are relatively small institutions. Nobody thought they were big to fail, and they received no assistance from the governments, writing protection well in excess of their capital requirements. So I don't think I believe in the basic premise of your question, although I share your concern.
Mr. Secretary, I'm not asking for philosophy here, whether you agree with me on the premise. I'm asking a very simple statement. Is it at least theoretically possible that a derivative issued today will be subject to a bailout tomorrow?
Congressman, I just don't think that it's, there is an enormously complicated set of legal conventions around the diversity of financial products in our markets. And I don't think that question, as you phrased it, I can respond to it.
Let me ask the question a different way.
Okay.
Do you want to use this opportunity to tell the financial markets that there is no bailout or a possibility, or do you want to use this opportunity to tell our constituents that derivatives being sold today might result in the bailouts payments of tomorrow?
Congressman, what I want to use this opportunity to do is to lay the case for why we need comprehensive oversight and regulation of the participants in the derivatives markets and those instruments.
Mr. Secretary, I can understand why you'd prefer to answer somebody else's question. I get 4 minutes. It's a very simple thing.
You can ask it different ways if you want, but what you're asking
I want a yes or no answer.
No, I'm not going to answer it that way, because what you're asking me to do is to give an irresponsible answer to a complicated set of legal questions around enormous financial, and I'm not going to add to uncertainty.
What you're basically saying is that you think it would be irresponsible to tell people that derivatives issued today are not possibly going to get a bailout.
No, I'm not prepared to answer that question that way as it was framed, but I'll be happy to talk to you about this at any length you like and try to make sure we come to a better understanding about the legal complexity.
I look forward to those discussions. Thank you.